Hey guys, I saw how you guys were talking about knots you were using, and uh, saw a lot of people use the nail knot, which is pretty much, you know, tying fly line to your leader. But a lot of people are using the tool. Uh, I mean, for me, if I can do it without any special help or a tool or anything, it's just one less thing. If I do forget it, even if I had it, I wouldn't have to worry about, losing it. I'd always be able to tie my leader. So I'm going to show you today how I tie the nail knot without a nail. It's actually pretty simple, and yeah. So basically, you get your tag into your fly line. I use 30 fluoro. That's just what I use. Works pretty well for me. You loop it over, so it creates. Loop that's about an inch, maybe an inch and a half of excess line. So it's bent over like that. You get your leader, and you have first part of the leader facing the same way as the tag end of your fly line. So it's going opposite of the loop. You hold it about where that fly line is. That. So it's just kind of like the line is going straight out like this. Then you get your tag end of your leader on the opposite side, and you put it going the opposite direction. It's the other end of the leader, so that it's facing out toward the loop, like this. So it's facing out toward the loop. So you got one end of the leader going this way, one end going that way. Alright, you kind of just put that together, like that. It's pretty simple now. You hold it toward where all the lines are connecting, and you just get where the first tag end is, not the one that's going out, but the one that's facing the other tag end of the fly line. You start looping it around the whole thing. Just once. I usually do it about 7 times. Make sure it's tightly connected in there. Alright. Now, you can see it's wrapped around like that. Wrapped around like that. Now what you do is you get this loop, and you get the tag end that's right there of the fly line, the tag end of the fly line, and you pull it out. You pull it out of that so that there's just I can't really move my fingers, but there's a big loop of fly line, or of leader there, that's wrapped around the fly line. And if you want to, you can kind of pull that tag end toward the knot as much as you feel safe doing without it falling apart. You get the tag end of your leader that's facing out with this part of the fly line now. Pull it through. Pull it through, and it creates this knot around the line itself. You can put it toward the end of the line as much as you can as you're tightening it. Make sure it doesn't all unloop. Just tighten it now. So now it's not completely tight, but it's tight enough that it's not going to come unlooped. You see how it's grabbing onto the line there. hold that tight. Now you just pull it as tight as you can, basically, just to make sure that the knot holds. For me, if you can yank on it like this and it doesn't come undone, it doesn't snap, most likely, unless you're like full on deadlocking it, if you're full on deadlocking it, I mean, it might snap. But if you're fighting a fish normally and you have your drag set and everything, fish isn't going to pull harder than you pulling on the drag right there as hard, as hard as you can. You can pull on as hard as you can, it's not going to snap. So that's on there. You just cut the tag ends off. There you go. That's it. Nice little nail knot without a tool. It's not coming undone. I don't know how much I pull on it. It's very simple. It's not going to come undone. And you got to figure, if you put it on your reel, you can pull line out, but it's not, actually the actual knot isn't coming undone as you're pulling, line out for drag. It's not going to come undone when you're fighting a fish. Unless, of course, you deadlock it. But I can set my drag as tight as possible and pull that line, but it's not breaking the knot, you're good. That's how I tie a nail knot without any tools. And if you have a tool and you forget it, it's always good to know how to back that up. I used to tie a uni knot, but it's too bulky for this. I still tie uni knots for mono to mono or mono to braid. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know if there's anything else you want me to try, or any other tips that you want me to go over that I do at least. And good one. Tight lines.